Hello.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. Here we are. We actually did it right that time. We went on right at 8 o'clock.
And we hit
I didn't have the picture there.
start broadcast.
Yeah. You're leaning a little. Can you turn your body this way a little? There you go. Like that. Just sit like that a little more.
It's very uncomfortable.
There you go. It just looked weird. Hi, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
For those of you who don't have partners, don't feel sad. We have partners and we're not doing anything. We're doing
a show.
This is it. We're hanging out with you.
This is our big Valentine's date.
Heather said to me yesterday, "Are you doing anything for me for Valentine's?" And I said, "Well, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I don't think so." And she said, "Okay, good. Just because I'm not doing anything for you."
Not doing anything either.
So yeah. So
we're big romantics.
We agreed that we would. The only thing is if I was going out for groceries today, and I said if I see some Valentine's chocolate, I might buy it for us.
I said that's okay as long as it's for us.
Yeah.
Not for me. That's fine.
Anyway, okay, why don't you talk for a second? Talk about Valentine's Day or something.
Valentine's Day at school was crazy. Well, no, I just didn't say that. It was, the kids are always really excited and stuff, so they get kind of wee, and add sugar to that, and they're extra wee, and yeah, it's kind of crazy. And this year, because we've got all these weird COVID rules and stuff, they're not allowed having treats and stuff at school. It's very sad.
Anyway. Okay.
Oh,
well, I had to check my phone because I saw that Mom was messaging, and so I thought maybe her and Dad are watching. But I was getting comments, but it wasn't coming up. They weren't coming up here. They're showing up on my page. So, I think Mom and Dad are watching. So, hi, Mom and Dad.
Hi, Charlie and Judy.
It's almost Mom's birthday. Today is Mom's last day to be 69. Tomorrow is her 70th birthday.
Don't say that.
Why?
It's her 25 and.
It's not a secret. It's all over Facebook.
15.
What was she saying?
Quarters.
I
don't know.
She said last night she wants to live for 20 more years, so it's no big deal. She's fine. It was 70 because she's heading for 90. Anyway, we'll talk about your birthday more later, Mother, because we always do a birthday section. Anyway, we got some hellos, so let's say hi to people. Diane Robertson's watching.
Hi, Diane.
Here, I'll put it up so you can see.
Hi to Serenity too, if you're there too. I'm not sure if she is, but.
And Ginny's watching.
Hey, Ginny.
Hey, happy Valentine's Day to you and Bernie. Hopefully you're having a nice romantic evening, spending it with us. And Darlene, from the Boston Cousins. So Darlene and Franny are watching. And that probably means Laura and Keith. I don't know. I mean, they don't all live together, but they're probably all watching. And Molly's with us.
Hey,
Evening
Molly.
And happy Valentine's Day to all. Have missed you. Thanks. We missed you guys too. We didn't do a show last week because we were
sort of planning it. But,
we announced it.
Yeah.
I did a little picture where I say, hey, we're doing a show tonight. And then somebody wrote and said, there's a Super Bowl on tonight. And I was like, yeah, but I thought nobody who watches us watches the Super Bowl. And then we thought, well, your father actually
My father does. And your dad probably did.
I don't think so. I don't think Dad watches football. He likes hockey, maybe a little bit of baseball. Anyway, but Brian and Kelly, who watch us sometime, they were going to be watching it.
Yeah.
Julie Olson, who I know watches us, she wrote and said she was going to be watching it. And we only get about 12 viewers. So I thought, if we're down to 6, and then Heather couldn't find any songs she wanted to do, and she was getting very cranky. And I was like, you know what? Let's just not do the show. So then we just didn't do the show.
So we made up a bunch of excuses why we didn't do the show.
We said it was because of the snowstorm and the Super Bowl, and Heather, and we weren't prepared. And it really was all of them. Because with the snowstorm coming, we were excited about a snow day, and we didn't really want to do any work. And I know it doesn't look like it, but we actually work on these shows. Like, there's my notes. I'm ready to go. We spent some time on it.
I even did some practicing this time.
She did. Her songs, she's not going to do too many uh-ohs. Because as you know, if you follow our show, it's a drink. Some people use it as a drinking game. Every time Heather goes, uh-oh, you get to have a drink. Oops. Sorry. Oops. She'll have no oopses tonight. Carol Bennett's
No guarantees.
Okay, she'll have less oopses.
I'll have
tonight.
Maybe 1 or 2 oopses.
Carol Bennett is with us.
Hey, Carol.
She says she's here. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, Carol. And Janice Bird is watching. Hello, Janice. And let's see. Laura and Keith are watching. Hi, we are watching. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you. Because love is in the air.
Love is in the air.
As you can see, Heather and I fought about the sign just for the show. It's so romantic.
Yes.
Because I said, it's Valentine's Day. You should put Happy Valentine's Day. Would you do that while I go get the computer and stuff? And then I came down and she didn't put Happy Valentine's Day.
I thought I'd be a little more creative.
So mine clearly wasn't creative enough. Happy Valentine's Day isn't creative enough. So
it's a little on the nose side.
Well, it is Valentine's Day.
Well, yes, anyway. But so love is in the air because it's Valentine's Day.
Anyway, so we almost broke up and didn't do the show.
That's not even true.
In my mind, it is. I was ready to break up with you. Anyway, she was like, fine, you did the sign next week. So
I did. I was like, I'm not doing the sign ever again. You do the sign from now on. Serenity is the one now typing. Hi, Serenity.
Okay, there we go. Hey, Serenity. And then we added our little book, their theme book,
Theme book of the week.
Book of Love.
The Book of Love.
At some point, we'll pull it down and maybe read from it. Anyway, okay, we got a really big show tonight, just like Ed Sullivan. We got a lot of stuff to cover because we want to talk about. It's all kind of themed around love, though. All the songs and everything. So we got songs, we got stories, we got rambling.
We got weird facial looks when Charlie makes a noise.
Got my Diet Coke. There we go. Okay, why don't we start with the song? Let's get going with the song. So it's Valentine's Day, so Heather's going to do a song called...
Oh, yeah.
What's it called?
It's called Valentine's Song.
Oh, that's a little on the nose.
A little bit.
Yeah. Maybe you should have been more creative than that.
I didn't name the song.
Maybe you should have picked something more creative.
You picked it.
Oh, yeah, right. Because it's written by, guess who?
Stompin Tom Connors.
I don't know if you guys know Stompin Tom, but I wrote a book about him. That's it there. It's called Stompin Tom Connors, The Myth and the Man. I'm hoping that if I show it enough, we'll sell some. Although probably the 10 people that are here, 5 of them got free copies and the rest bought it.
The rest all have one.
Whatever. Anyway, your parents are watching. Look at this. That's so wait, there's Serenity. I didn't put her up. Serenity is the one now typing. And then Dawn McIntyre. That means Dawn and Sharon. Your parents are both here watching. Hello. We were looking at your mother earlier today because Heather's mom was a beauty queen.
Yes, literally. She was Miss Moncton in 1968. And somebody in this weird...
Who was a judge?
Well, were they a judge? I don't know.
He was a judge. He was showing... Yeah, he was showing...
So there was a program that they took pictures of and they were showing like... It's a Facebook site about like old photographs of Moncton or vintage photographs of Moncton or something. Anyway, so it was this program from Miss Moncton pageant, 1968. And of course, that was the year my mom was Miss Moncton. And so there's a picture of my mom there and stuff. And it was weird because people were making comments about who won. Didn't Paula something win? And they were like pictures of the blonde girl in the middle. Anyway, there's a princess and the second princess and my mom. And they had a picture of like the first princess and the second princess. And you could just see mom's hand in the corner. And they were like, oh, she's the queen. She's on the throne. And I'm like, that's not the queen. I know who the queen is. Anyway. And somebody else said, oh, yeah, Sharon McIntyre is my high school English teacher. And I'm like, I don't think so.
And someone else said that she taught them Highland dancing and the bagpipes.
And taught her sister the bagpipes. And I'm like, my mom never played the bagpipes. So
Heather played the bagpipes. She was really cool in high school.
I was.
Anyway, I'm sorry I'm looking at my phone, but I keep getting comments. I think people are watching who their comments aren't showing up here. They're showing up on my
is your mom maybe messengering you or something?
Well, no. They're showing up as comments on my personal page. But they're not. Usually they show up here as well. So if you're commenting on my personal page, and I'm ignoring you, I'm sorry.
We don't mean to. We're sorry.
If you go to the Charlie and Heather show page, I'll see your comments. But don't bother changing. I'm just saying, please don't feel like I'm ignoring you. I'll try to check when Heather's singing every now and then. Okay, so Heather's going to sing a song, the Valentine song from Mr. Tom Connors, a.k.a. Stompin Tom, a.k.a. Charlie Messer. That was his name at one point. His name's really Charles Thomas Connors.
Yes.
But he went by Tom. And he changed it, like in real, like never, I don't think he changed it legally, but his tombstone says Thomas Charles Connors, but his name was actually Charles Tom. He made stuff up. Stompin Tom. We're going to talk about that a little bit too. Oh, Pat Bellavo's watching. Wonderful to see you both again. Pat. Nice to see you too, Pat. Thanks for watching. Okay, I'm going to stop talking while Heather sings a little song.
I was going to say, can I sing now?
I think so. Because normally you didn't, this is one of those songs that you don't care for Stompin Tom, but you like this song and it doesn't sound like Stompin Tom, and Heather sings it. So Heather, take it away with the Valentine song.
You're my one and only Valentine. You are my love and true sweetheart of mine. In the spring, summer, fall, and winter time, you are my one and only Valentine. You are my pal, my soulmate, cherry wine. With open arms, I'm yours and you are mine. When we kiss, you can make it oh so fine. You are my one and only Valentine. I'm never lonely, I'm never blue, I'm never sorry. You are you. And as it says right here on this card of mine, you are my one and only Valentine. You are my one only Valentine. You are my love and true sweetheart of mine. Every day, every night and morning time, you are my one and only Valentine. You're my pal, my soulmate, cherry wine. With open arms, I'm yours and you are mine. If I go out, I'll leave a little note behind. You are my one and only Valentine. I'm never lonely, I'm never blue, I'm never sorry. You are you, like it says right here on this card of mine. You are my one and only Valentine. I'm never blue, I'm never sorry. You are you, like it says right here on this card of mine. You are my one and only Valentine. You are my one and only Valentine.
Hey, there we go. Good job.
Thank you.
It says right here on this card of mine, but you didn't get me.
I didn't get a card from you either, so.
No, I know. Last year, though, I think I got you something and you didn't get me anything, and then you got mad at me.
I did.
Because we agreed we weren't going to.
And then he comes home with like friggin' flowers for me or something, and I'm like,
not very grateful is what she was.
I was grateful.
No,
it was
you weren't.
just,
You were
I
angry.
was. Well, I felt like you betrayed me because you said we weren't gonna, and then you did.
So this year I got you nothing.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be.
Oh, sorry, just a sec. I'm dropping stuff. Okay. So we have a few more comments. Anyway,
Oh,
I like that song when you do it. That's
Thank
a cute
you.
song. So Harley and Sylvia
Hey,
are
Harley
watching.
and Sylvia.
We are here too. Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's Day
to both of you. Your Aunt Elsa is watching
Hey,
in,
Aunt Elsa.
in Campbellton.
In Campbellton, yes.
I almost said in Ferguson, but that's her
No,
last name.
that's her last name. Yeah.
Yeah, that might mean your cousin Leslie's watching. 'Cause
Maybe.
Do they live together? No, she doesn't. She's just.
I think that was maybe the plan, but I don't know if that's happened yet. I don't
Okay.
know. Maybe
Okay, cool.
Elsa, let us know.
And
But hi, Leslie Ann, if you're
Aunt
listening.
Leona and Uncle Alan are watching, or Aunt Leona at least. So happy Valentine's
Happy
Day
Valentine's
to you
Day.
too. She said happy Valentine's Day, Heather and Boo. Those of you who don't know, my nickname is Boo with my family. Most of you probably know that. Great song, awesome job, and love your hair.
Oh, thank you. Is something? I was just trying something new. See if I can get away with this.
She came to me just before the show and went, "Is this cute or is it goofy?" And I said, "Goofy, but do it anyway." No, I didn't. I
No, you said it was cute.
Linda Levert wrote, she said
Hey.
she's watching from Dryden, Ontario. Good Stompin Tom song, Heather.
Thank
There you
you.
go. And then you got good job. Very good, Heather. From
Thanks.
Carol. And Ginny says, love this, Heather. Fun
Aw,
song.
thank you.
And then, Mom's watching. They
Hey,
found
Judy, yay.
us. Mom says, thanks for everything, you guys. Great party. Thank everyone for me. Have a great show. Love you. Happy Valentine's Day. So everybody, we had a little family get together for Mom's birthday last night. We're going to talk about that. I might even have a couple pictures from it. And a lot of people sent videos and
Comments
pictures
and stuff.
comments. And
Yeah,
so
it was
thank
fun.
you to everybody who helped us, because with COVID, we couldn't do like a
Big party.
70th party. So we just went out for dinner with the immediate family and some of the grandkids, but not all the grandkids could even make it. Because Bailey's in Sackville, so they won't let her in Amherst. And the other kids are too far away or had to work. Anyway, whatever. Okay, so happy almost birthday, Mother, and happy Valentine's Day, Mom and Dad, who are watching. So what were we talking about? Oh, so that's the Valentine song by Stompin Tom. Okay, I know I talk about my book a lot, but I tend to read from stuff, and I often read from what I'm writing or whatever at the time. So right now, if any of you have read this book, you might find this interesting. If you haven't read it, maybe you should read the book, because then you'd find it interesting. Or not. I don't know. You might not. Anyway, when I was supposed to do a book tour last year, I was supposed to go on a tour of Ontario. We got some money from the Nova Scotia government, but it got canceled because of COVID. So we waited a few months, and then we decided to do something online. So instead, I did this series called Remembering Stompin Tom, and I've mentioned it here before. Anyway, it went so well that the book sold out. So they still had a few hundred copies at the publisher and bookstores and stuff. So they've now decided they're going to do a soft cover edition of the book.
Yay.
Which is kind of cool. But it's been close to, well, a year and a half since the book came out. It came out in the fall of 2019. But since then, I found out a whole bunch more stuff about Stompin Tom, because it's really hard to get people to do interviews. People don't want to. People who know famous people, they kind of protect them, and they're like, no, I wouldn't feel comfortable talking, or the family would be upset if I talked or whatever. So I reach out. If there's like 12 interviews in the book, I've probably tried to reach 30 people, and I get 12 of them to agree. Anyway, since the Tom book came out, a number of people who were close to Tom have started talking a little more about Tom. And so I said to my publisher, I could update the book if you want. And they said, well, why don't you just write an afterword? So I'm working on an afterword right now for the softcover edition. It's due tomorrow.
Good luck with that.
Hopefully Kara, my editor, doesn't watch this.
She's not watching. Yeah,
Anyway, but I'm really, it's been, I'm kind of excited because, we've got some more comments. I'll come back to those in a minute, but if you read the book, Tom was taken from his mother when he was 8 years old. He had a sister named Marie who was born shortly after him, and she died. And then he had a sister named Nancy. He was 8, she was about a year and a half, and they were hitchhiking with his mom, and they got arrested. And anyway, him and Nancy ended up going into a foster home or into orphanages. Tom was eventually adopted by a family in PEI. When he was 9. So he went into the foster home or the orphanage at 8, adopted at 9, and then spent years looking for his mother. And he ran away from PEI and ended up in St. John, New Brunswick. And when he was 14, he found his mother. She was on the street with 2 little girls. And he doesn't say what the little girls' names were. He says in his book that his mom was so shocked when she saw him that she fainted, and then the girls beat him up for scaring his mother. And that seems Tom was prone to hyperbole a little bit. Anyway,
a little tiny bit.
He liked to exaggerate stories to make them more exciting. I discovered as I did all the research. So anyway, so I tell the story in the book, but I don't talk about the mother fainting. I just say the 2 little girls were there. And then he runs into his mom says, yeah, you're better off in foster care or the orphanage. You just stay with the Children's Aid Society, and basically leaves him after he spent years looking for her. And then a few years later, he runs into his mother in Montreal, and the little girls are gone. And he doesn't say what their names were, whatever happened to them. So they're he's got 2 little half sisters. He doesn't say their names, who their father is, whatever happened to them. I think he says in the book that she'd gotten arrested, and those children got put in orphanage as well. Well, shortly after probably about a month ago, I guess. It was quite a while after the book came out. Oh, when we were doing the interview series online, I get an email from a woman who says, hi, I'm Stompin Tom's sister. My name's Frances, and I was one of the little girls that was with Tom when he found his mother when he was 14. So I was like, oh, well, she could tell me a lot more. I could find out who the little girl was. I could find out what happened to the other little girl. Which one was she, and who was their father? And I wanted to learn more about his mother and stuff. Anyway, so when my publisher asked me to write the afterword, I messaged her and I thought, I wonder if she'll do an interview. And I wrote to her and she said, sure, I'll tell you everything I know and heard. So I talked to her a couple nights ago, and it's very cool. Her name is Frances Messer. Tom, in his book, and I talk about it in my book, was his mom's, I guess it was sort of his stepfather, but his mother's boyfriend, Terrence Messer, was quite cruel to him and beat him quite a bit. And when he was like 5, got him drunk on vodka and made him smoke cigarettes. And he slept on a coat covered in pee. And Terrence and his mom fought all the time. Anyway, he doesn't have anything good to say about this guy named Terrence. But he did at one point go stay with Terrence's father, Oliver, near McAdam, and stayed there for about 6 months at one point. Anyway, so I'm talking to Frances, and she's telling me these crazy stories. And she's like, yeah, my little sister, her name was Joni. She died in a car accident. And she said, anyway, she told me this long story. And she said that her sister Nancy, she ran into her at summer camp, and she said that Joni didn't even exist, that she dreamt her up, but she really did exist. And so now I'm going, well, what's true and what's isn't? I said, so Terrence Messer is your dad. And we kept talking, and she didn't say anything. And then when I hung up the phone, I thought, oh, I didn't ask if Terrence Messer was because the 2 girls that were with his mom that day was her and a littler one. I said, I didn't ask Joni's dad who that was. So I called her back and I said, so was Terrence Messer Joni's dad too? She said, well, I don't know. I assume so, because we were only a year and a half apart, but his name was Clarence Messer. It was Clarence Messer that showed up on my birth certificate. And I was like, Clarence Messer? Well, is he related to Terrence Messer? So by now, I'm like totally confused. She said, I don't know, might be the same person. She had no idea. So I go and I searched through the provincial archives in New Brunswick. There is no Terrence Messer, but there was a Clarence Messer born in New Brunswick right around the right time. His father, his name was George Oliver, and he was a farmer and lived near McAdam. So I don't know if Tom got the name wrong or he lied to protect Terrence Messer. But the other night, if you read my book, I could go on and on about this guy named Terrence beating Tom up and being mean to him. And his name's actually Clarence. So anyway, But
I think he was 5 when that happened or whatever, wasn't it?
I know, but if I had a 5-year-old parent who beat me up, I'd remember their name. Well, anyway, I don't know. Either he didn't know or he changed it to protect them. But it's kind of interesting. So her story's all checked out. I even found the death certificate for Joni. She did die at 3, but it wasn't in a car accident. I don't think it was a hemorrhage and brain hemorrhage.
Trauma to the head.
And they said probably an accident. She died in the orphanage at 3. So anyway, so I'm filling in all kinds of stuff. So it's been kind of cool working on this. Anyway, all that to say, I'm having fun. I'm back into Stompin Tom.
Stompin Tom.
And Heather loves it so much every day. I wanted to wake you up the other night and say after the Frances, because Frances is in Vancouver. So we talked and she was 4 hours behind me. So I called her at 11. Heather went to bed. And about 1 a.m, when I was putting it all together, I was finding death certificates that verified the story and birth certificates. I wanted to wake you up, but I didn't.
I'm glad you didn't.
All right, you're happy.
It was a school night.
Okay, my cousin Kenny's watching.
Hey!
Hey, Boo and Heather, great job as always. And it makes me miss home more over time. I watch you every time I watch. watch you. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you and Cindy too. Hopefully you get here someday and you come see us. Come hang out in this very front room.
You can come hang out in this beautiful space.
It's a beautiful right here. It's a mess of it.
You should see the reverse angle. Yeah.
Diane says, "Are you new?"
Oh, I think this is Serenity. She says, "Are you mad? Are you not mad at the classroom because of No, I'm not mad at the kids at school. No, not mad. Because
they were crazy.
They were just a little, excited. So trying to keep the lid on things. Actually, though, Serenity's class, we had a great class. We had a lovely time. I think I even gave you guys dojo points and stuff, didn't I?
Gave them what?
Dojo points.
Oh, okay.
We have this program at school that you can it's all online, and you can give the kids if they're on task or if they're working hard or whatever, you give them little points, and it's all online. And it's called Classroom Dojo, and so. That's dojo points.
Anyway, so you're not mad. You get
of
over
course
it
not.
Quick.
No.
And you like Serenity, so you wouldn't be mad
I do.
at her
Serenity's
anyway.
a sweetie, so it's all good.
Okay, and who else we got? Laura's watching us tonight.
Laura.
She says, "Well, hello. Happy to have discovered you on this evening. I'm having my
that's so
Valentine's
nice.
treats while my children ignore me and play online with their friends."
Sounds about right.
Heather and I are doing keto, as I've mentioned a number of times. And anyway, we take one day off a week to cheat. And last night we were going out for Mom's birthday supper. So I was like, okay, we'll cheat tonight because we're going out to a pub. You got to cheat if you're going to eat greasy food. But then when I was going to get groceries, I was like, it's Valentine's Day.
We
got to cheat again.
Nice.
So we got more treats. When the show's over, we're going to go sit on the couch and eat some treats. Oh, Deb Hastings is watching from Ontario.
Hi.
Hello, Deb in Ontario. And then Diane said, yes, you did. Or Serenity. Yes, you did. It's about something you did.
Oh, I did give them JoJo points. Yeah. I said the class because they were right on task and quiet and working hard. So yeah, grade 5s, they had a good day for me the other day.
You get no dojo points because you didn't do the sign the way I wanted.
I know.
I don't
Whatever.
really care.
It's not a big deal.
I'm over it now. We were going to break up earlier, but I'm over it now. Okay, so the Stompin Tom. So I was working on that, but I told you before that a couple weeks ago. We didn't do a show last week, but 2 weeks ago I was talking about how I'd just written the first chapter of my new book, and it was about Carroll Baker. And I mentioned that she had a song called "God's Gift to Me." And it's all about how her husband might not be perfect, but he might not be God's gift to women, but he's God's gift to me. And I said, Heather should learn it because there's a line where she says he's thin on the top and thick in the middle. Yeah, thick in the middle. Not as thick as I used to be because I lost 25 pounds doing keto, 20 to go. But anyway, so I told Heather she should learn it. Some of it doesn't apply to me because it says he comes in the door at the end of work and I am actually here.
I'm the one who comes in the door.
Yeah, I work from home because I write and you're the one that comes in the door. And there's, just so you know, the song came out in the mid-70s. And there's one line we can't figure out.
Yes,
two lines.
Well, yeah, at the beginning of the chorus, she says, he may not be God's gift to women. He ain't something. She says two different things there, and I can't figure out either one of them.
So Heather made up
and I
lyrics.
can't find lyrics anywhere. I can't find, other than just the recording of her. There's nothing out there for us, so I have no idea. So I just made up.
For those of you who don't know, Carroll Baker is a Canadian country singer. She had tons of #1 hits. She's a songwriter, but for some reason her songs don't show up online. You can't find them. Like you can find her singing them, but you can't find the sheet music or lyrics or anything. But so it's a challenge for Heather to learn a song. But she did. She learned God's gift to me, and this is Heather's gift to me on Valentine's Day because it's about how great I am, even though I'm lazy and fall asleep in front of the TV and I'm fat and balding, and it's lovely. It's a fun,
very sweet.
We'll talk about the song when we come on the other side, as they say on TV. But for now, why don't you sing? And Carol didn't write this one, actually. She did record. It's one of her better known songs. It's on like her compilation albums, but it's not one she actually wrote herself. But it's kind of amusing. Okay, here you go, Heather.
Okay.
Here's Heather with God's Gift to Me.
Okay. First thing in the door at night, he heads for the easy chair. He says, hi, honey, what's for dinner? Where's the paper? Won't you please bring me a beer? He may not sound like a lover boy, but he suits me to a T. He may not be God's gift to women, but he's God's gift to me. He may not be God's gift to women. He sure ain't no George Clooney. He's getting thin on the top, thick in the middle, and he dozes off watching TV. But when it comes to loving me better, when it comes to loving me right, a better man there never could be. He may not be God's gift to women, but he's God's gift to me. Key change. He
don't help me with my chair, or compliment my hair, or offer me his arm. He walks around the house in his underwear. That man's just full of charm. Now he may sound like he belongs in a cage, and if he was, I wouldn't set him free. Well, he may not be God's gift to women, but he's God's gift to me. He may not be God's gift to women. He don't sing like David Bowie. He's getting thin on the top, thick in the middle, and he dozes off watching TV. When it comes to loving me right, a better man there never could be. Well, he may not be God's gift to women, but he's God's gift to me. Yeah, he may not be God's gift to women, but he's God's gift to me. There you go.
That was fun. I actually, okay.
That song has totally grown on me. I take it back. I like that song.
Okay, so Lara's watching. She said, "Sing it, girl." Ha, 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 hashtag George Clooney.
I don't know what the line is there, so I just made it up.
Rhyme with E.
I wanted something, and I wanted like a movie star or something. He ain't no.
And although it's insulting, I did help with that.
You came up with George. You came up with the George Clooney and David Bowie.
George Clooney. And I don't sing like David Bowie. But anyway, but I'm Charming Charlie. As Lara said, look, see, there you go.
That's true.
Charming Charlie. I don't know if she's making fun of me or not, but I'll go with that. And Serenity says you deserve dojo points or something.
Thank you, Serenity. You're very sweet.
You do. I just tease you. Carol Bennett said she liked that one. There you go. Okay, now here, when I first listened to it, I was like, oh my God, this is so 70s sexist. Like this woman, her husband treats her horribly. And she's like, it's fine. I love him. Because he doesn't do anything for her. He doesn't tell her she's pretty. He
walks around in his underwear.
Get me a beer.
But at least he says please. He says, honey, please get me a beer. So that's nice.
And then look, Molly said, what a fun, nice song. And the thing is, the more I listen to it, the more I realize it's actually kind of honest.
Yeah.
Which in this age of social media, where everybody, especially today, if you're on Facebook, go on Facebook, and everybody has the best husband and the best wife in the world. And they don't. It's like when somebody says, oh, I got the best wife in the world. It's like, well, not to me. Like, I like this one. So,
sometimes.
Yeah, she's all right.
But 20 minutes ago, we were so sure.
No, we were going to break up. But social media is so phony. Like, I have friends and relatives who will go, they go on Facebook, I couldn't love you more. You're the most wonderful partner in the world. And in reality, they call me and go, oh my God, they're driving me crazy. I want a divorce and blah, blah, blah. Or I'm in therapy because he's so annoying. And so I actually kind of like the song that she says there's all this stuff that I don't like about him, but it works for me. So, like you're gassy and I still love you.
Thanks for putting that out there.
I'm joking. You're not gassy, but you have things that I don't like the way you drive and like, should we talk about those things?
Enough. No, stop it. You're just trying to break up with me.
Okay, it's Valentine's Day, though. You could say something you don't like about me. Is there anything?
No.
You already said I was thin on the top and thick in the middle.
No, that was Carol.
Yeah, I know, but you said it was an appropriate song. Yeah. Anyway, I actually kind of like the song. I grew to like the song.
It's growing on me. It definitely has grown on me.
Not so much sexist as it is just kind of honest.
Just kind of like,
I think most of us feel that way about our partners. That
I know he's not a movie star. You're no Rob Lowe.
Yeah, I'm in a Stephen King TV series though.
But yeah, I mean, I like you.
Exactly.
You're good for me.
Anyway, okay. So the other thing I was going to talk about was I mentioned it's my mother's birthday. Usually we do birthdays. We often do them after
birthday shout-outs. Yeah.
But Mom's 70th birthday is tomorrow, and we already celebrated yesterday because of COVID.
So it feels like we should do something.
So we were
today.
like, hey, let's talk about Mom's birthday a little.
All right.
So for Mother's birthday, I was so frustrated yesterday because I spent hours and hours. Heather, you did this for your parents' 50th anniversary.
I did, yeah.
Spent hours going through pictures and scanning them and then creating a slideshow. And I did this so we could take it down and show it when we had dinner last night. Anyway, I had them all in order. I renamed them so that they went from 1970, whatever, right through to
all
today.
Day working on it.
And then when I put them in iMovie to create the actual movie, the order got all messed up. And it was like half an hour before we had to go, and it would have taken me 6 hours or 8 or something to rearrange them all, and it didn't work very well. But I have tons of pictures that I scanned and stuff. So I'm just going to show a couple of those in tribute of Mother while we're here. There's that. So that's Mom when Kelly was a year old, and that's me right next to Mother. And Shell there on the other side.
It's hard to see Shell.
Yeah, you can't see Shell, but she was
really kind of see her face.
But anyway, so that's Mom back when she was 20. Kelly was born in 72,
21?
so Mom was 21 there. Yeah, and there she is. My Aunt Carol often watches this show, so I thought I'd use this picture. That's Dad, and then Mom, and then my Aunt Carol and my Uncle Leon. Anyway, Aunt
There's
Carol,
a lot of skin
Leon,
showed in that picture.
There he is. Look at Dad shirtless, Mom in her bikini. Aunt Carol and Uncle Leon have broken up since then, but anyway, they're still around. And that's. Should I turn our picture off while I do this? Are we distracting?
No.
If I do that, does that look better?
Did we lose our mic?
No, they can still hear us.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Does it look better?
Well, I don't know. I think it's weird that I keep poking out the side of the picture every once in a while.
You don't. Look.
Well, not anymore now, but I meant like before.
So it's better like this.
Yes.
Okay, there you go. And that's Mom's and Dad's wedding. And there's, I thought I'd include this one because Aunt Norma has watched the show before, and that's Aunt Norma, and then Mom in the bikini, and that's my grandmother Hawks, and then that's the guy from Trailer Park Boys. It's not actually. It's my Uncle Eric and my Aunt Barb. Anyway, and then the night before Mom turned 40, she put on a wig and a bathing suit and posed.
She looks like Kelly in that picture so much, I find.
She kind of does, yeah. And then that's with Chase. That's my sister Kelly's son. So that Chase is what, 20? He was born in 98, wasn't he?
Yeah,
so I think he's 22 now. So that's a little while ago. And that's Mom and Dad back when they had 4 grandchildren. And then this is just over a year ago, with all their grandchildren.
All the grandchildren. There's 11,
lot.
12, 13 of them now.
Yeah, I don't even know. Because some of us get married. Like I brought Aiden into the mix, right? And then Mark married Jan and brought 2 of her kids into the mix. And yeah, so there's a lot. And then anyway, so we went to dinner last night, a few of us, and there's Mother last night with her 70th birthday sign. And there she is with a couple of her presents. She got a hat and scarf and a bottle of whiskey. So there she is posing with those. Anyway, so we wanted to say happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Judy.
Happy birthday, Mom. Happy 70th birthday. And in honor of your 70th birthday, we know we've done it before. But we're going to do, Heather's going to do your favorite song again. Mom's favorite song is To Sir With Love. And it's
her favorite song, her favorite movie, and her favorite book.
It's a lot of favorites. So Heather actually does a lovely job on this song. I don't usually compliment you that
No,
much.
you don't.
Well, I know not publicly. Like I do privately. I'm nice to you privately.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, usually. But anyway, on here, I don't like being too mushy. It's just embarrassing. But you do a good job on this song.
Thank you.
I like it. So anyway.
You have to scroll for me too while I'm doing it.
Now you just ruined it because you know I hate scrolling. Anyway, so Mom, here's To Serve With Love. And I've got a few more pictures from our slideshow just watching the family grow. And I might show some of those over the course of the thing too. So anyway, here's To Serve With Love going out to Mom. Happy 70th birthday, Mother.
Those schoolgirl days of telling tales and biting nails are gone. But in my mind, I know they will still live on and on. But how do you thank someone who has taken you from crayons to perfume? It isn't easy, but I'll try. If you wanted the sky, I would write across the sky in letters that would soar 1,000 feet high. To Sir with love. The time has come for closing books and long lost looks must end. And as I leave, I know that I am leaving my best friend. A friend who taught me right from wrong and weak from strong. That's a lot to learn. What can I give you in return? If you wanted the moon, I would try to make a start, but I would rather you let me give my heart to Sir with love. But how do you thank someone who has taken you from crayons to perfume? It isn't easy, but I'll try. sky in letters that would soar 1,000 feet high. To serve with love. If you wanted the moon, I would try to make a start, but I would rather you let me give my heart to serve with love.
Hey, nice job.
Thank you.
I was enjoying the song so much I forgot to come back on screen. Good job. I do like the way you do that song.
Thank you.
Heather wants to do a recording of her with the ukulele, and I said today, that's one song you should probably include. So there we go. So, Mother, if you're watching, Ginny Kaiser says, happy 70th birthday, Judy. Great pics. And, oh, wait, you got something in French here?
Oh, j'ai appris français.
What's that mean? She likes French?
She's learning French.
Oh, learning French. Okay, there we go.
Or
and
she has learned French.
Laura and Keith say, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's okay.
Happy birthday, Judy. We love you. Have a special day. And then Darlene says, great job, Heather. I love this song too. Happy birthday, Judy, and love the photos.
Thank you.
And beautiful song, says Ginny. And Deb Hastings says, excellent. And Carol Bennett says, great job. And Harley says, excellent, the Charlie and Heather show.
Aw,
thanks.
Thank you.
And Mom's father's name was Harley. And one of her favorite songs, aside from that song, is what's the Dr. Hook one about Sylvia?
Oh, Sylvia's mother.
Sylvia's mother. There you go. So Harley and Sylvia. Mom's dad was Harley, and she loves the song Sylvia's Mother. So there you go. So all ties together.
Full circle.
It's like a segue that I didn't use. Anyway, so happy birthday, Mom. Now we're moving on from that. Oh, so last week when we canceled, the only thing we knew we were going to do was we were going to talk about Christopher Plummer had died. The week before, we talked about The Sound of Music, and Heather loves The Sound of Music, me not so much, but we may try to put together a little Sound of Music tribute some night. Anyway, and then just a few days after we did that show, and we talked so much about it, Christopher Plummer
Poor
passed
Christopher
away.
Plummer.
He played Captain Von Trapp, of course. Anyway, Heather was kind of sad than Christopher Plummer. So we were going to talk about him a little bit. But one of the things, I didn't know him well. I knew him from that movie. I don't know him personally. You know what I mean? I didn't know his movies and stuff terribly well. But we watched a documentary just not that long ago with him and William Shatner. Because, and Laura says, beautiful pictures. Thank you, Laura. And anyway, William Shatner and Christopher Plummer apparently were like quite good friends. And William Shatner was Captain Kirk on Star Trek. Yeah. And Christopher Plummer was Captain Von Trapp. Two of my three favorite captains. And they're both Canadian.
In one package.
And we saw a documentary where they were on the stage of the Stratford Festival because as young actors, they grew up, they were both lived in Montreal when they were quite young, Christopher Plummer and William Shatner. And they did radio drama together, and then they moved to Ottawa and did theater, and they both ended up at the Stratford Festival and then went on, to become quite famous.
But yeah, they've been friends for many, many years.
Yeah, and anyway, so we saw this great documentary. So I was going to talk about the documentary, but I couldn't find it. I can't find the link. I don't know if it's been removed or what. But I found this story that William Shatner, who Heather loves, of course, because he's
Star Trek.
He's Star Trek. Captain Kirk. Anyway, he got his start, his big break at the Stratford Festival because of Christopher Plummer, because they were doing Henry V, and Christopher Plummer, or William Shatner, was the understudy for Christopher Plummer, and Christopher Plummer got sick, and William Shatner had to take over, and it kind of became a big star turn for him, and that was his big break. But when I was looking that up, I found
too. One of my favorites.
Henry V.
Yeah, I love Henry V.
I don't like Shakespeare. Anyway, so
uncouth.
Okay, just a sec. I'm just going to tell you. Darlene said while we're talking about Christopher Plummer, I was in mourning all weekend. Loved the captain, and would love to hear a Sound of Music tribute show. We may have a Sound of Music song coming up, darling. You might have heard it before. But anyway, okay. But I found this story about Christopher Plummer and William Shatner that I loved. And it's written so much better than I could tell it. I'm just going to read this. It's not very long. I'm going to read this to you. But so they were acting together at the Stratford Festival. And the story goes, and Christopher Plummer, as I mentioned, Shatner is the understudy for Christopher Plummer. The story goes that after a particularly vigorous sexual encounter with a one-night stand, Plummer accidentally dislodged a kidney stone. So the sex was so good, he knocked a kidney stone loose.
Oh dear.
There you go. Oh, I apologize, Destiny. But anyway, that's Captain Von Trapp. Serenity, Destiny. I made that up. No, there is somebody named, anyway, whatever. Anyway, so he had a kidney stone, and it caused him such intense pain that he went to the hospital. By chance, Shatner was Plummer's understudy for that performance. The play was Shakespeare's Henry V, with Plummer in the title role. With Plummer out of commission, Shatner had to step up. According to page 6, which quoted Christopher Plummer's memoir, the idea of missing a performance was nearly as painful as the kidney stone itself.
I bet.
It began to sink in. This is quoting with Christopher Plummer. It began to sink in. Shatner, my understudy, would have to go on. Instantly, it brought back the pain. I screamed for a nurse who jabbed me with more morphine, the actor remembered. For his part, Shatner later referred to the night he took over for Plummer as the night I knew I was an actor. And the CTV referred to his Henry V as a celebrated turn. The New York Post quoted Christopher Plummer on his reaction to seeing Shatner take on the role. He said, Shatner made sure he did everything I didn't do. He stood up where I sat down. He lay down where I stood up. He was original to the last, Plummer stated. I knew then that the SOB was going to be a star.
That's a great story.
Anyway, I just love that. And the way I wanted to get the actual quote. So
he came to Acadia, and Christopher Plummer did, and like came to some of our rehearsals, and like he did a one-man show at Acadia, and we were the tech crew and stuff. And,
oh, so you've met him.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
Chris.
Cool. Anyway.
He wanted us to call him Chris.
So okay.
It's cool. It's weird to call him Chris Plummer, but yeah.
So Carol Bennett said that was sad. I love singing in The Sound of Music. I love the singing in it. And Carol Bennett said me. She did me also. That about Sound of Music. Everybody loves Sound of Music. Anyway, but what I was going to say before we because of the connection with William Shatner, I'm going to show something here. William Shatner. We knew that he also recorded music. So I was like, well, why don't we pick a song William Shatner did? And you could do that, Heather, for the show. Because we're always trying to find ways to tie stuff together. And she said, well, he actually sang. Why don't you do it? So we had thought William Shatner, he put out his first album in 1968 called Transformed Man. And he was trying to show juxtapose like Shakespeare's poetry with modern day lyrics for songs. So he would read a dramatic reading of a Shakespeare monologue. And then he'd do a dramatic reading of Mr. Tambourine Man or something like that. And it's just awful. He does Elton John's Rocket Man. And so we were going to do that. And I finally said to Heather, we couldn't put our audience through 3 minutes of that. So anyway, but so that album was universally panned in 1968. Everybody made fun of it forever. But then he put out an album in the late 90s, I think, with Ben Folds of a band called Ben Folds 5. And it was called Has Been. I think, actually, just a second. I might have it here. It came out in 2000. I don't know. I think it was 2004 or something. But it was actually, people liked it, even though he's still doing the weird talking thing. But I looked, and I had no idea. He put a country album in 2016 called Why Not Me with a country artist named Jeff Cook. And in 2018, he did a Christmas album called Shatner Claus. And then he did a blues album just last year. When he's 88 years old, he put out his first blues album. So
he's doing a blues album.
Anyway, so I went looking because I had to hear it. Just so you know, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do William Shatner's do a talk singing and ruin a song. But I thought I'd show you. This is just 1 minute of, if you know the song "Put a Spell on You." Do you know how it goes? Can you sing any of it?
I'll put a spell on you because you're mine.
Yeah, when like Etta James or somebody like that sings
it's like a big bluesy number.
Beautiful blues song. Okay, I found this animated version. And Serenity, maybe, I don't know. It's a buxom. You may not want to watch this. Just Serenity, don't watch for a minute.
Cover your eyes.
It's just a cartoon, but he's in a bar trying to pick a woman up. Anyway, just listen to this. This is William Shatner singing "Put a Spell on You."
I put a spell on you. Cause you're mine. You're mine. You better stop the things you do. I ain't lying. No, I ain't lying. Oh, I just can't stand it, babe. The way you're always running around. I just can't stand it. The way you always put me down. I put a spell on you. 'Cause you're mine. 'Cause you're mine.
So weird.
I just had to share it because it's so weird. Anyway, Heather wanted me to sing a song in that style where he just basically talks. And then I said, let's not. We're talking about Christopher Plummer. Why, even though you've done it before, why don't you do your beautiful version of Edelweiss as a little tribute to Christopher Plummer? I know we got sidetracked with Shatner, but I just find him fascinating. We love William Shatner. He has a show called Unexplained.
Oh, yeah, it's fun.
It's really fun.
All these like weird, like was it a Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Or was it unexplained? It's really cool. It's fun.
And he always says, did they really see Bigfoot, or was it a man in a costume? That's what we'll find out. Unexplained. Anyway, we love ancient alien shows too. And we found last night a 2-hour special, William Shatner meets ancient aliens. And it's William, if you watch Ancient Aliens, it's all the stars of the ancient George Tsoukalos
with the hair, and Nick Pope.
David Childress. Anyway, they're famous like ancient alien people. And William Shatner does a show with them. We were very excited.
They're interviewing them about all these different ancient aliens.
But right now, you're going to do a little tribute to Mr. Christopher Plummer. This is his song from Sound of Music called Edelweiss.
Edelweiss.
Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright, you look happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright, you look happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever.
Oh, there you go. I like it when you play the guitar. That was nice.
Thank you.
There you go. Darlene, who loves the Sound of Music, said, beautiful, Heather.
Oh,
There
thank
go. And Julie Harden says, great job, Heather. And Carol, look at all the compliments. That was beautiful.
Thank
there
you.
Go. It's a nice version of that song. Good job. Okay, so we, because this show is about love, we were trying to come up with love things. And
Love Shack, baby, Love Shack.
Heather wants us to do that song. That's by the B-52s. And there's a man who talks through it. And she
Yeah.
wants me to learn the talking bit. So that's coming up someday. Uh-oh, we're losing viewers.
Oh, no. Be funny.
We were up to over 20 a while ago. I can't be funny on command.
Yeah, you can.
I got no jokes. I got nothing left. Funny's all gone. Funny went out the window. Funny got upset and left when you wouldn't do the sign the way I wanted it. Funny was like, I'm not here tonight. I'm joking. Anyway, no, okay. So I was looking for, I don't have a lot of like, I like doing readings for my stuff sometimes because, that's sort of the premise of the show. I tell stories and do readings, and Heather sings and is pretty. That's her job. Anyway, I do have, though, a love story in a play I started that I don't think I've read from this yet. Years ago, I started a play called Old Wounds. It was a long story how I came to write it, but it was in part based on my grandmother Porter and just bits of her life, based on all my grandmothers and everybody I've ever met. All my plays are. But a chunk of the story, of this woman's story, is based on my grandmother's. My grandparents met when, Teresa Babb's watching us tonight.
Hey, Teresa.
Hey, Teresa. Heather, wow, what a voice. Aw, thanks,
thank
Teresa.
you.
Teresa's a friend that I met just on Facebook. We've never met in the real world. I wrote to her one day on Facebook. I believe I wrote to her. She might have written to me first. I don't know. She was a beautiful writer and wrote some wonderful stuff on Facebook, like very moving. And I reached out to her and we've become friends. And she actually, I mentioned we're doing keto. She
was one of our our inspirations.
She lost a whole bunch of weight. Now, I don't know if it's exactly keto, but it's basically keto. And she inspired us to start last year, and we did. So thanks, Teresa. And thanks for watching. Anyway, so I was just saying, so my grandparents met during the war. My grandfather was over during World War II. My grandmother was from England. She was a war bride. And she used to always tell me this story about how happy Valentine's. Teresa said, hey, kids, happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you too, Teresa. In honor of that, this story of how my grandparents met, I loved. And I used to get my grandmother to tell it to me all the time. Somewhere I have it on video. She passed away in 2006. But somewhere I have her on video telling this story. I adapted it and stole it for the woman in this play that I wrote. The play is called Old Wounds, and basically the premise is this woman walks out, she walks into her kitchen, and the wall's gone, and there's an audience sitting there watching her, and she ends up she talks to them, and she has a story to tell. And the premise of the play is about how we all have stories to tell, and we want to tell our stories before we pass away or whatever. And anyway, she tells the story about when she met her husband, and it's as I say, it's inspired by my grandparents. It's pretty much word for word their story. This is I don't have a lot of good pictures of them, but that's my Porter grandparents. That's my grandmother. Well, I guess you can tell which one's the woman and which one's the man. I was gonna say that's my grandmother on the left, and that's my grandfather on the right, and that's them there again. But again, I don't think they had a good camera back in those days. They weren't wealthy people. Anyway, and there's very few pictures of them. But anyway, I'm going to read a little bit from a play I started writing. I've never finished it. Started it in the 90s. Someday I hope to finish it. It's called Old Wounds. So I'll do the setup and then the love story part of it. Do you want to you're happy to just sit here and just look at me lovingly? Just like, oh, he's such a good writer. If you could just do that, that'd be good. No, don't steal focus. Just just pay attention. Okay, here's how the play starts. So, Act 1. It's 1997. Lights up on a kitchen in an older home. There are boxes everywhere. Half the kitchen has been packed away. A lifetime of memories is scattered about. We hear humming and snatches of singing from off stage, perhaps the White Cliffs of Dover. A woman in her late 70s enters. She has a bit of a limp. She's carrying a bottle of pills and singing to herself. There's a kettle on the stove. She turns the burner on. She turns and notices the audience. She stops dead in her tracks. Oh my. Oh my God. She motions for the audience to stay put as she goes to the telephone. No, it's worse than I thought. They're right. I've really lost it this time. She looks at the audience. Don't move. Into the phone. Cliff, can I talk to Betty? Thanks. Betty, I don't know quite how to say this, but the wall in my kitchen is gone. Yeah? Gone. No, I'm all right. It didn't fall in or nothing. It just disappeared. And there's a sort of somber-looking group of people staring at me. No, not in the street. They're in seats like they're at a movie or something. And I'm the main attraction. No, not dangerous. Just kind of expectant. Some of them are smiling at me now. I only took one. I'm not hallucinating. My kitchen was turned into a theater while I was having a pee. Well, I'm sorry I got you out of bed, but I thought a group of strangers looking at me through a hole in the side of my house was cause for alarm. Of course I know how stupid it sounds. I'm not completely crazy. Well, this is different, Betty. That was the middle of the night, and I know. Yeah. April Fools. I was just kidding. I know, but April Fools works better in August. Nobody's expecting it. No, really. I was just kidding. I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I called Betty and told her there was a hole in the side of the house? Yeah, I didn't realize how late it was. Sorry. Yeah, really, I was just joking, honestly. You go back to bed. Okay, night. Yeah, night. April Fools. Sorry, Betty. I love you. Really am sorry. Yeah, night. I don't lie, but often sometimes it's for the best. That was my daughter on the phone there. She hates me. Well, at least I think she does. Maybe she should. It's not something we talk about, but are you really just in my head? I honestly didn't think my imagination was that good. And then she goes on and she talks a little bit more. She tells a little bit more of the story of her life and how she got to where she is and what's going on in her life. And then she starts talking about her husband and when she was young and when she met her husband. She says, when I was young, people used to say, oh, you should be an actress. Just a couple of months ago, I showed the Avon lady a picture of me taken when I was in the service. And she said, yeah, right. Who do you think you are, Claudette Colbert? She didn't believe it was me. Oh, you might not believe it now, but in my day, I was quite a looker. Engaged 4 times. Oh, it wasn't a floozy. I just like getting engaged. I was engaged when I met Arnold. That's my husband, Arnold. Maybe I mentioned him earlier. From the moment I laid eyes on him, I knew that was it. He was the one. Oh, it was like something out of a movie. It was during the war. He'd just been shipped over from Canada about a month before, I guess. I was standing at a bus stop catching the bus to meet Larry, my fiance. So I'm standing there and I noticed this handsome man in a uniform across the street just staring at me. I wanted to stare back, but I knew what soldiers were after during the war. So I just turned my head and I looked up the street like I was looking for the bus. The bus isn't coming, so I turned my head real slow like I'm checking to see if by any chance it's coming the other way. I sneak a look at him and he's still staring at me. And I swear from across the street, I could see how blue his eyes were. They were the most beautiful eyes I'd ever seen. They were the color of the water on those holiday brochures, you know, with the white sand and the blue ocean. I thought I might drown in them that quick. I couldn't stop myself. We both just stood there staring. And then the bus pulled up right between us. The doors opened. Everyone got on. I didn't move. The doors closed. It pulled away. I just stood there. Then I could hear all these car horns honking, and there was Arnold right in the middle of the traffic trying to get to me. Took some fancy moves, but he got across. He walked right up to me and he said, "Lady, you are easy on the eyes." And I said, "I don't know what that means." I really didn't. But I don't like the sound of it, and I'd rather you didn't call me lady. I don't know what I was thinking, playing hard to get, I guess. And then he asked, "Would you like to go to a movie with me?" "I don't go on dates with total strangers," I answered. Thinking he's smart, he says, "My name is Arnold, and I am from Canada. Now will you go to the movie with me?" "I still don't know you," and the answer is still no. By now I was thinking I was like Betty Davis or something. Then he stared right into my eyes with those blue eyes like he was hypnotizing me. And he said, "This is the last time I'm asking. Will you go to the movies with me?" "Lead the way," I said. I still have no idea what we saw. After the movie, we went for a walk in Sherwood Forest. That's where they filmed the Robin Hood movie. Sounds pretty dumb of me when I look back on it. Going for a walk in the woods with a total stranger. But for some reason, I trusted him with my life immediately. I'll never forget that night. We were walking, holding hands and talking about everything. Canada, our families, the war, our favorite music. I remember we both said how much we liked Vera Lynn, and I told him my favorite song was White Cliffs of Dover. He stopped right there, took me in his arms, and started singing and dancing. She begins waltzing as though she's 25 again. The lights take on a magical quality. "There'll be bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover tomorrow, just you wait and see. There'll be love and laughter and peace ever after tomorrow when the world is free." Her dancing slows to a stop. The lights return to normal. She's near tears. I miss him so much. I would give everything in this world if I could hold him just one more time. Wrap my arms around him, his warmth, his smell. You don't know what it is to miss someone until you've slept with them every night for 42 years and then they're gone. All of a sudden you're sleeping alone and you can't believe it's going to be like this for the rest of your life. You roll over and you've got the whole bed to yourself, no one to steal the covers, no one to curl up into. Oh, if you could walk through that door right now, just once more. All the times you came through that door after working all day, all those thousands of times, I just want one more. There, that's the end.
Wow. I like that.
Anyway, that's a play I'm working on. Hopefully I'll get to do it someday. Okay, we have a couple comments here. Thanks for indulging me. And Lara Fothrop said, "Oh, Sean Furlot, are you here?" Julie said, "Heather looks scared. Her expression is priceless."
I was looking scared. I'm sorry.
Carol Bennett said, "Funny, I love live theater." And Lara wrote a whole thing here.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, what's Lara saying? "This has really made my night. More drama is required in my life, like theater drama. Trust me, I need none of the other. Wonderful read, Charlie. Let's have some more of this. I miss theater, rehearsal stages, and COVID. It sure reminded me of what I truly value. Tomorrow, just you wait and see how relevant today." Aw, thanks, Lara. I miss performing and doing shows and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, Deb Hastings wrote, beautiful story. Keep working on the play. Love it. And wow, loved it, says Laura. Thank you so much. It's very kind of you. I really do need to finish that play. It's been bugging me for 30 years. I know what happens. I've got the whole play mapped out in my head. And
you just gotta put it on paper.
I just gotta finish it. So anyway, so thanks for listening to that. That's my little love story, because love is in the air tonight. And then, so I said to Heather, after I read that, how about you finish with a song that's all about love? And here it is, 9:00. We're an hour in and we're just about wrapping up. you're gonna do this. What song did you choose, Heather McIntyre?
I chose a song called True Blue by Madonna.
There we go. Okay, why don't you sing this, and then,
All right.
Then we'll come back and say goodbye,
You're
everybody.
gonna have to scroll for me on this one.
I don't like scrolling because I can't see it from here, so I'm guessing.
Well, that's why I nudge you with my leg.
Okay,
like
so I
this.
wait for you to nudge, and then I'll know.
Nudge.
Because I can't make out the words. I'd have to I can't even. Yeah, I can't see it. So I don't know when I'm supposed to scroll.
I'll nudge you when I want you to scroll.
Just a sec. Teresa said, "That was beautiful, Charlie. Please finish it sooner rather than later." Oh, thank you, Teresa. Yeah, I need to get to it. As soon as this stupid book's taking up my time, not stupid, my new books. As soon as that book's done, I think I want that to be my next project. Anyway, okay. Heather's going to sing a song, True Blue by Madonna, done on a ukulele, and kind of different than the way Madonna would have done it in the 80s.
A little bit, yeah.
Here we go. Okay, here we are. The love song.
I've had other guys, I've looked into their eyes, but I never knew love before till you walked through my door. I've had other lips, I've sailed 1,000 ships, but no matter where I go, you're the one for me, baby, this I know, 'cause it's true love. You're the one I'm dreaming of. Your heart fits me like a glove, and I'm gonna be true blue, baby, I love you. I've heard all the lines, I've cried so many times, those teardrops, they won't fall again. I'm so excited 'cause you're my best friend. So if you should ever doubt and wonder what love is all about, just think back and remember, dear, those words whispered in your ear. I said, true love, you're the one I'm dreaming of. Your heart fits me like a glove, and I'm gonna be true blue, baby, I love you. True love, you're the one I'm dreaming of. Your heart fits me like a glove, and I'm gonna be true blue, baby, I love you. No more sadness, I kiss it goodbye. The sun is bursting right out of the sky. I search the whole world for someone like you. Don't you know that it is true love, oh baby, true love, oh baby, true love, oh baby, true love, it's true love, oh baby, true love, oh baby, true love, oh baby, true love. And so if you should ever doubt and wonder what love is all about, just think back and remember, dear, those words whispered in your ear. I said, no more sadness, I kiss it goodbye. The sun is bursting right out of the sky. I search the whole world for someone like you. Don't you know that it is true love, oh baby, love, oh baby, true love, oh baby, true love, it's true love. You're the one I'm dreaming of. Your heart fits me like a glove, and I'm gonna be true blue, baby, I love you. True love, oh baby, true love, oh baby, true love, oh baby, true love, it's true love, oh baby, true love, oh baby, true love, oh baby, true love, it's true.
Oh, there we go. Hey, thanks for that. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have a couple.
I've been wanting to do that song for ages.
I know. I can't believe we haven't done that before.
I know. It's so
Because
fun.
I love it when you do 80s stuff on the uke.
Me
Anyway,
too.
okay, we got a few comments. Aunt Leona said, great show, enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Teresa said, Oh, you two just made my day. Oh,
Aw,
thanks,
that's so
Teresa.
sweet.
You're so sweet. She's so kind always. And wait, I missed one. Laura said that was amazing. Thank you. I don't know if that was the song.
I think it was you.
That was me. Okay. And then good job, Heather from Carroll. And
Thank
Julie
you.
Harden says, you two are a cute couple and compliment one another very well. Happy Valentine's Day. Thanks again for sharing your time on Sundays.
Aw, thank
thanks.
you.
You're sweet. Good night and bravo and happy Valentine's Day, Fran's watching.
Hey, Franny.
I just want to say before we leave, that story about my grandparents, like I said, it was, as my grandmother told it, and honestly, she was engaged 4 times. She really was on her way to meet her fiance. They did see each other on the side of like on either side of a bus. It pulled up between them, and he raced across and said, "You're easy on the eyes," and she was offended. Like almost everything in there, she told me. I didn't make any of it up. So anyway, but it's just interesting because it sort of ties back to the Stompin Tom stuff. When his sister Frances called me, and I said, I'm happy you want to talk about this. She said, well, I'm the last one left, and someone has to tell the story. And there's just something about people want to tell their stories.
People want to tell their stories.
So share your family stories. Tell each other your stories so they can keep getting passed down, even if nobody writes them. I think it's important. And then I just realized, we'll go back to there's a couple comments. And
I like Teresa's comment there about.
Okay, here we go.
We'll get there.
Teresa says, bravo. And Fran said, happy Valentine's Day to you both. Great show. Thanks, Fran. Happy Valentine's Day. See you next week, says Laura.
Yeah.
And
Madonna wishes she could play the ukulele.
There
You're
you go.
right.
And Destiny said, why couldn't you do the talking
Serenity.
part? Or Serenity. Why do I keep saying Destiny?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, I apologize, Serenity. I apologize. Trey has a daughter named Destiny, but I don't know if that's... Anyway, why couldn't you do the talking part after all you did? It might... Oh, is there a talking part in it? Could do it as a rap.
There's a little bit of like talking at the beginning of that one, but yeah.
And Lara harmonized with all the way through.
So nice.
Just before we leave, Heather, you were going to show people your Weird Al.
Yeah, my Weird
She
Al.
showed her Weird Al 2 weeks ago. I got her a Weird Al Yankovic Chia Pet for Christmas.
Look at him now. Isn't he gorgeous? Look at that lush head of hair, like a mountain lion. Oh, mountain lions don't have lush hair. Like a desert lion majestically growing out from here. Yes. Look
we'll
at that.
keep you posted on the Weird Al.
We'll let you know the progress of Al's.
I may plant a little back on the back
too.
of my little bald spot there,
Yeah.
the back of my head.
We're on that too.
Laura, if you're ever here in person, you can come harmonize with us. And Mom says, great show. Thanks for my song and all the pictures. You're so welcome. Happy birthday, Mom. And love from Julie Harden, and Teresa's laughing. Anyway, thanks so much, everybody. We're going to go now. We'll really go.
We're all done.
Okay. Thanks for spending some of your Valentines with us. Happy Valentine's Day. We're going to go eat our keto cheat treats now. Sean Perlock just wrote, is this live? Well, it is right now, but it won't be in about 10 seconds. But you can still watch it, Sean. Watch it after the fact and know when you get to the end of the show, we say, love you, Sean. Okay. Bye. Bye, everybody. Lara would love to harmonize with you. We'll do that sometime.
Me too.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Love you, Sean.